This is a crescent that was sent to me, and I'm going to see what it does on my Philodo H8. Let's take a look at it. This is a 52 tooth crankset with a dual chain guard. So I really like that. The one I have on there now doesn't have a chain guard. This has also, that I was really wanting to try out, is the crank is shorter. This is 152 versus what they usually are, 170 or 165. And so I'm hoping this will put my legs in a better position for my hips, so my hips don't rock up and down as much. It helped me not to have pain when I ride. So that's what we're going to do today, and let's see if we can get this on there and see what it's like. First thing we're going to do is take off the pedals. It's so much easier to take these off when on the bike. So that's what we're going to do first. All right, in order to have enough clearance, I had to remove the inside chain guard. So, and they do include the bolts that you hook it up with too. I didn't show that earlier, but I'm gonna put these little washers on here. Otherwise these screws will go through to the other side. So we'd have to modify it a little bit. It doesn't have nothing to do with this chain ring. It's the fact that there's not enough room on the H8 for the inside chain guard. You could just remove both the chain guards if you wanted to. There's nothing that says you have to have them. In fact, I've run thousands of miles in my H8 without it. But I thought it'd be nice to have a chain guard. And as long as it was there, I thought I'd use it. But I can't use the inside one, so because there's not enough room. I was wondering about that because the triple pushes out the big sprocket further away from the frame, so that gives you a lot more room. And I was kind of concerned that I wasn't going to be able to fit this on there, but I can do it with just the one chain guard, so that'll work. All right, there it is, and you can see really close. Find the chain here, right there. Really close, but I do have clearance. So it looks like 52 is about the biggest you can go on the H8. I know I seen someone who did 53, but I think he had to do some shimmying or something. So 52 tooth. This one will fit. There's the one that was on there. I had the triple on there, but I never used the inside ones, and so I cut off my derailleur because it was interfering with things. And so now I got a 52 tooth just like my jumbo, so that'll be nice. I won't be looking for another gear all the time. So let's take it out and see what it's like. I don't know what the exact weight is of the new one, but it weighs a lot less than this old one did with the triple. So I'll have some weight savings there. Well, there's what it looks like. And really close down there, but I do have space in between there. So hopefully it won't cause no problems. But let's go out and get it tested. I'm gonna take this out and test out my new crank here. Let's see how it works out. I rode it from the house, from here to the house and back, and it already seems like it's going to be great. So let's take it out and see. Well, there's where we're starting. I forgot to get the start. 14,041. Wow, I will say my first impression is I really like it. Really like it, but I had to stop and put my seat up a little bit. Felt like I was squatting too much, which would make sense because your legs don't go up and down as much, so you don't have to go over as much. Well, I'm doing 33. Feels really nice. The seat might be a little high now, so I might have to stop and adjust it again, but yeah, this is nice. Well, that's my first 5 miles, and boy, I think I really like it. You don't have all the long leg movements. You know, I got short legs anyways, and so my legs have to move a lot further in proportion to my body size with the 170 cranks. You know, a person with long legs, you know, they probably wouldn't want this, but for me, I'm 5'8", and yeah, I really like it. So far, I really like it. I have to dial in my seat height, but right now I feel a little high. But when I stop up here, I'll adjust my seat again, but yeah. So far, I really like it. It just puts my legs in a better position so my hips don't rock back and forth. So yeah, wow. Well, I put about 10 miles on, and yeah, where has this been all my life? I really like the way it makes it feel. My legs don't move as much. You know, as far as I'm thinking, I don't think the leg speed's going to change a whole lot, because it's attached on the circle, and the circle, you just, yeah, I don't know. It seems to me that the longer cranks would just make your legs go longer around. They wouldn't be any faster, but anyways, it works. I like it. There shouldn't be as much rocking on the hips because the throw is not as far. Of course, there's a lot of argument, you know, whether or not you lose leverage, and of course you do because the cranks are smaller. But with an e-bike, I don't really think it matters that much. You know, especially recreational riding like I do. Yeah, maybe I'll look up some other footage from the original and put it side by side here and see what you think. I don't think the lathe speed is any faster. Of course, you got to remember too that I changed from a 50 tooth to a 52 tooth. So that's going to slow it down just a little bit too, so it might even out. Yeah, I used to think that changing the freewheel was easier than the crankset, but now that I got these good tools, I think it's easier to change the crankset. You don't have to take the tire off or nothing. I can change the crankset in probably 10 minutes. I changed the freewheel in 15, so it's about the same, but yeah. And to change the chain ring on one that has a removable chain ring, I think that's the key. Get one with a removable chain ring, and then you can experiment. Too bad they didn't have it so you can do that with the cranks too. You know, the way these are made, they got the crank built into the arm. I wonder why they don't make them for these that are removable, and you could change the crank arms around. But once I settle on a size, I'll probably stick with it. This is 152, so that's 18 millimeters less than what usual, and man, you wouldn't think that'd make much of a difference, but it sure does. Well, I just went through all the gears just to make sure I could get all the gears, and I can get them all, so yeah, didn't have to lengthen the chain or nothing. This is great. This is sweet. I love it. Yeah, I really like this new area riding. I really like this area because I can ride my 50 miles and not see too many cars. Just country riding. But I'm probably going to have to grease my hub motors here pretty soon. After 14,000 miles, probably about due. Well, being a Sunday, I've met a lot more cars than usual. But that's to be expected. People out just riding around, having fun. There's a really neat truck up here. Got a saddle on the back, it's just sitting there. An old truck. Yeah, it's unreal how much this makes a difference. Unreal. Oh, it's about 82 degrees, I think. So it is pretty warm today. The wind's starting to pick up now, so that's how far we've come. Oh, I love riding through here, especially when it's hot in the summertime. It's a really nice place to ride. I will say that I really like this gauge a lot better on this than I do the jumbo. Look how big those letters are. I love it. And I seem like I know more how much battery I have left on this one than I do the jumbo. The jumbo I'm still trying to figure out. And down in the bottoms here, this area floods every year. That's why there's no houses down here. You can see it along the edge here, all the water. They try to run a canal on both sides to make it so it drains, but it's pretty wet. I've seen a turkey vulture up here. I want to see what it looks like. I've never seen one up close. Oh, there's what they look like. Must have ate some bad food. You see their head was bald. It's supposed to stop them from getting bacteria and stuff on their feathers. Well, that's what proves the point for me. Eating roadkill make you sick and make you die. Yeah. I was trying to figure out my miles. I forgot I actually have a trip pedometer on this one. 44.3 so far. We should end up pretty close to 50, maybe a little more. Well, there's where we ended up. 52.3. Took me a little bit over 2 hours. 14.94. Yeah. Well, that was a fun ride. And I will say that that crank length really makes a difference. Yeah, I think that was a success. I might do that with my jumbo even. Fun ride, and I'm in pain standing here, so I'm not going to stand very long, but thanks for riding along with me. And yeah, take out the old blue today, and that was fun. Got a little bit over 50 miles, so yeah. Alrighty, well, I'll leave a link for that down below in case you're interested. I think it's a very worthwhile conversion, especially if you're short like me. If you're kind of on the short side, I think it'd be a very helpful conversion. Alrighty, this is Papa Blue Shirt. Goodbye, good luck, and may the good Lord take a liking to you.